to the Awkwardly Yours podcast. I am here on a beautiful, beautiful day, sunny out. You ever have like the weather just not match your mood? I don't know if any of you are anemic, but bro, the exhaustion we're feeling today is crazy. It's crazy, and I wish that I could just nap all day. But alas, I'm a grown adult and we have responsibilities and things to do. No one asked us if we wanted to grow up to be an adult. It just happens whether we like it or not. And so I had things to do, but I feel like today's energy and today's mood and today's vibe really calls for rain. Not that anyone asked me, but instead we've got a gorgeous sunny day here. Hot as can be. And really the kind of day you want to like go to the beach or something. But really what I want to do is just snuggle up in bed. Shout out to Target, who's had the most fire pajama sets. I was shopping a couple days ago with my daughter, and we were just like pretty excited about some of these pajama sets they had. And I looked at her and was like, dude, I just want to buy one of each. Give me one of each. They had like those cute little shorts and cami sets, soft as butter. They had sweatpants, sweatshirts, shorts, tank tops, all the things, and all in the softest, lightest fabrics. And I just looked at her at one point and was like, you have no idea what my dream is. My dream is to have one of every pair of these pajamas. Are you a pajama or a pajama person? Side note. Like, who decides that? Is it a location situation? Does it depend on where you're from? What I don't know, demographic, what north, south, east, west you're from, southern, I don't know. I think I'm a pajama person. Pajama. Hard on the jammy jam. But I wonder what makes some people say pajama. Pajama. When people say pajamas, I'm like, ooh, you fancy. You fancy with it. Anyway, so I want one of every pair of the pajamas, and I want to just never have to leave my house again. How fantastic would that be? Just a fresh pair of pajamas every morning to start the day, and I just get to lounge. I was made to lounge, and alas, not really a lot of careers where lounging is the option. So, c'est la vie. We must do what we do. But yeah, Target. You know what's up with them pajama sets. You got it figured out. Today we a little low energy, but we're going to push through. We got things to talk about. We did a little awkward hello last time, and so I was thinking, let's change it up. Let's go a little harder this time. But I will say, like, what I'm about to say, you got to take it with a grain of salt. We find humor in everything. So, be prepared. I want to talk about something that's very near and dear to my heart. And that is bring back bullying. Trademark that. Bring back bullying. So, I need to clarify a couple things. Number one, I don't mean, like, don't cancel me. I'm not even cancelable. Like, I'm not saying we need to bully people to the point of, like, crazy stuff. Like, I know that there's a real thing out there. There's a real thing of, like, people bullying and getting feelings hurt and sad and all the things. Like, I get all that. It's not really what I'm saying. I just think sometimes the pendulum swings a little too far one way or the other. And, right, we came out of, like, I keep hitting myself in the head. Ouch. We keep, like, swinging to extremes. And so I think coming out of, like, the 90s, a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, like, we have to be careful of bullying and mental health and all the things. And that's great. Fantastic. Conversations needed to be had. And so we swung the pendulum really far another way, and now everything is like, my child feels bullied, my kid feels bullied, blah 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 blah. And it's like, girl, that's not even bullying. That just was someone telling your kid they were wrong. I think it's okay sometimes to just tell someone they look stupid, and not in like a mean way, but like, I don't know, maybe it's the boomer in me that just feels like we overcorrected a little too strong. We overcorrected a little too strong. And that's why we have so many weirdos out here who just think that they can do whatever they want and there should be no repercussions. It's like, no, they should have been a little bullied. They should have been a little made fun of when they were younger, okay? And I feel like I can speak on this as someone who was genuinely bullied most of my childhood into teenagehood. Like, so many people, we go through stuff. And I took a long time to grow into my face and grow into my chin. I had a big old head on a tiny little body. And I remember in like preteen years, people loved to call me Jay Leno because I had a Jay Leno chin. And you know what? Shout out to Jay Leno and what you've been carrying for all of these years. I hope you're doing all right, bro. But like, we all have gone through different levels of some sort of bullying, been made fun of. I do feel like social media definitely took a dip into like the horrific type of bullying. I remember I had a friend in high school who, like, someone, we're talking Facebook days, okay? So like way back when, and they like created a whole Facebook about them. So like, I know it was a Facebook page like making fun of them. So like, I know like the extremes are terrible. I'm definitely prefacing this whole conversation with like, take it with a grain of salt. We are not talking about the extremes. Like, obviously no one wants that. You come for my kid, like, I would lose my mind. But I'm just saying, like, can we not just like call people out anymore? Can we not just like tease a little bit? Can we not bring the pendulum back middle a little bit? Like, before was like everything went, there were no repercussions, people did whatever they wanted, no one talked about mental health, all the things. And then it swung this way, and now it's like, I'm sorry, but if someone tripped your kid on the soccer field, it's not bullying. They tripped them. It's part of childhood. Okay? Like, I don't know. Maybe this is the worst conversation you're about to hear. I don't know. Maybe my thoughts should be staying inside thoughts right now. But I just feel like we got to toughen up a little bit as a society. Like, I feel like half of the things that make me a funny human being or have made fun stories to tell or whatever about my personality, probably because of the amount I was made fun of as a child. Like, some of that trauma, it builds character. It helps you become a better person. Like, I was the kid who was made fun of for what they wore. I was the youngest of 4 girls, so whatever hand-me-down came that week, like, that's what I wore. People, like, just did ridiculous stuff to me. And it toughened me up, gave me character, gave me empathy, and now we're semi-fully functioning adults. So, I don't know. I feel like we overcorrected a little bit. And I just feel like I'm out here watching people act insane in the public, and I'm like, ooh, could have used a bully in high school. Maybe that would have fixed some of your problems. And I love being able to like try and teach my kids not to bully, but also teach them when like to stand up for themselves. And I, honestly, with my daughter, I didn't really have to worry about it. I have a daughter. She has always been super confident in, like, I don't know. I wouldn't really say, like, confident in her self-worth, but, like, confident in the fact that she could handle business. Like, she was a kid, I got phone calls, like, yeah, so someone was messing with Lily's hair, and she punched him. We're talking, like, kindergarten. Someone tried to, like, take her hair clip, and she socked him. A good one. And so it was pretty young that we had to like start teaching her, like, you can't hit people, Lily. Like, you can't go around just knocking on people's heads. Like, you can't do that. But like, she just had a toughness to her that she just was not going to put up with anything from anybody. And don't talk to her a certain way. Don't look at her a certain way, because you'd find out. You know what I mean? And not every kid has that. I didn't have that. Maybe I did. I don't know. Maybe there's parts of me in there. But she, I think she had like the preteen age, which is different. Like you're coming into your own, you're trying to figure out who you are. You know, it's not as like simple as someone tugging on your hair or whatever. And I remember we were at this like big camping event we went to, and a couple other families we knew were there, and some kid comes running up to me and he's like, Miss Nicole, um, Lily hit so and so. I'm not gonna say his name. Lily hit me in the face with a wiffle ball bat, and you need to come because he's crying. And I was like, oh crap, are you kidding me? I thought we dealt with this. I thought this kid was done using her hands and she'd learned the lesson. We don't use our hands, we use our words to fix problems. So I'm like, okay, where are they? And the kid starts running that direction. So I'm running with him, right? Like we're headed there. I'm in my head like, what are we gonna do? This kid, like, what? A wiffle ball bat? You hit somebody in the head with a wiffle ball bat? So we head over that way. We're running, and this kid's like all worried. And so I say to him, like, what happened? Explain, like, what happened? Why'd she do that? Like, what's going on? And he's like, well, you know what? We're gonna call the kid Michael. We'll just call him Michael, even though that's not his name. Michael was making fun of her and messing with her, and she kept asking him to stop, and he wouldn't stop. And so she said, and I tell you, like, the run was like this, like I'm running. And then he's like, and then she said to stop, and if he didn't stop, she was going to hit him with a wiffle ball bat, and he didn't stop. And my run was like slowly slowing down. And I'm like, wait, what? And he's like, well, come on. And I'm like, well, hold on. So he was messing with her. She asked him to stop. He refused to stop. And so then she issued a warning, a verbal warning, and said, if you don't stop messing with me, I'm going to hit you in the face with this wiffle ball bat. And then he did not heed her warning. And he went ahead and messed with her one more time. And then she hit him in the head with a wiffle ball bat. And he was like, well, yeah. And I was like, okay, thank you. Thank you for giving me all the details. Because now, it brings you to another place where you have to, like, as a parent, go, like, rifle through these thoughts. Okay. Should she be hitting boys in the head with wiffle ball bats? Well, no. But in the same situation, like, she did issue a warning. Hey, please stop doing that. This young fellow did not listen to her and kept messing with her, which is rude. Like, why are we not focused on this? Rude. And she issued another warning. Hey, like, please stop doing that. Don't do this. Or this is what will happen. Let me lay it out for you. What's going to happen? I'm going to hit you in the face with a wiffle ball bat. And bro still didn't listen and kept messing with her. So, like, who's wrong in this situation? You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's a little gray area. So I jog on over. I slow the pace to a jog, and I go over, and my daughter's there. And she's obviously upset because, like, she's embarrassed. There's, all these teenage little boys, like, hanging around. And they're all like, meh. And this kid's in his tent crying. And she's like, I'm sorry, but I asked him to stop, and he didn't stop. And now everyone's mad at me. And I was like, okay, all right, I got you. And so I just straight up said to everybody, like, did she ask him to stop? And they're like, yes, Miss Nicole, she asked him to stop. I'm like, and he didn't stop. And they're like, yeah, Miss Nicole. And I was like, and she said she would hit him? Like, yeah. And he did it again? I'm like, yeah. Okay. When someone tells you to stop doing something, you guys should probably stop. If they tell you to please stop or this is going to happen, like, you probably should really stop. So I stopped at the tent. I'm like, hey, buddy, are you okay? Like, whatever. Ask if he's okay. Make sure, obviously, he's not, like, concussed or something. I mean, a wiffle ball bat's not that hard, let's be honest. But make sure he's okay. He's fine. I think he's embarrassed at this point because he got hit in the face with a wiffle ball bat. Like, not the manliest moment of his life, And he probably embarrassed that he cried or whatever else. And so he's fine. Whatever. I walk with my daughter. And so I did remind her, I'm not a total monster. I did remind her, hey, like, when you're in a situation like this, probably best you walk away. Probably the number one thing you should do is like try and walk away. If you can't walk away, beat them up with a wiffle ball bat. Go for it. You like have the right idea. If someone is doing something you don't want and you ask them enough times not to do it and they're still doing it, like let's go. Hold that wiffle ball bat. Hit a home run. You know what I'm saying? But that's next time. Like, was there the option to walk away? Just walk away. But like at the same time, if someone tells you, stop, I'm going to hit you, there's a choice there. There was a choice and someone didn't take it. So maybe I'm the wrong person to be talking about this because I'm over here like telling my daughter, like, yeah, obviously you hit him with a wiffle ball bat. He didn't listen. So like maybe I'm not winning parent of the year, or maybe I am. It really probably depends on your perspective. Are you the one with the daughter who stands up for herself? Are you the one with the son who thinks it's okay to not listen when a girl asks him to stop? You know what I'm saying? You know? Anyway, so that's my daughter. My son's always been a little different. Like he's a little more introverted, a little more of a homebody, like super chill, super fun, but just not maybe, and honestly it might be a little bit of being a boy. Like when you're a boy, sometimes I think like you're maybe looking at, I'm going to get in trouble for this, a little different than a girl. Or maybe he's just not as reactive as his sister. I don't know. It just depends, I guess, on every kid's different. Every person's different. Let's not stereotype. So I backtrack that statement. So he just is a little less reactive, and he probably follows through the thought process. Like, what is the end going to look like in this situation? He's a lot younger than his sister, whatever. But let's be real. His sister was throwing hands at a young age. So let's just keep it 100. So a couple years ago, he was on the bus and he was getting off the bus pretty annoyed. And he's like, this girl keeps bullying me. And again, like you guys obviously heard my perspective on this. We overuse the word bullying. Like, what was she doing? So then he tells me that every day on the bus, she hits him. Every day on the bus, she is pouring water down his back. Every day on the bus, she's pouring water on his head. She's stealing his backpack. She's doing all this stuff. And I'm like, what? And so I'm trying to think of a alias for this girl so we don't, say someone's name. So we're going to say her name is Rhonda. Rhonda keeps messing with my son on the bus. Now, obviously, son's not reactive. He is not happy about this, but he doesn't know what to do. Bus driver isn't seeing it happen. They don't know what's going on. And so my daughter's like, you want me to get on the bus? I'll handle it. I'm like, you chill out. You're going to get arrested. Like, calm yourself down. So I'm asking him, like, well, what do you do? Like, when she shoves you? And he's like, I just stand there. And I was like, okay, what does she do when she pours water on you? So I'm, like, trying to teach him, like, it's safe to stand up for yourself. You can stand up for yourself. That's an option. And he's like, she's a girl, Mom. I can't do that. And so, like, I respect it. So I'm like, okay, well, what do you want me to do? And he's like, nothing. I eventually talked to the school. I let them know. They're like, okay, we'll call her into the office and just, let her know that we don't really want her messing with him anymore, whatever. Great. Little side quest. I volunteer sometimes in the lunchroom, which means when someone in that lunchroom needs a straw, maybe they need a fork, maybe they need a napkin, maybe they need you to open the Go-Gurt because Go-Gurts are like impossible for these kids to open. They need to ask someone who's working in the lunchroom. And so I'm working in this lunchroom. I'm annoyed. It hasn't stopped. Little Rhonda is still pouring water on my son's head. She's still bothering him. And she raises her hand. Who knows what she needs? Does she need a fork? Does she need a straw? Does she need me to open her fruit cup? I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing. Direct eye contact with Rhonda. Her hand's raised. I look at her. She looks at me. I smile. And I walk my little butt away. Good luck eating your food without a fork, Rhonda. Better pick on someone else's son, not the lunch lady, okay? Because what you mean you're going to pick on this kid? Absolutely not. My son's an angel. Absolutely not. So I did that for a few weeks. Obviously, there was other people in the room. If she needed something, they came, they helped her, whatever. But I just would make that eye contact. Good luck drinking your drink without a straw, Rhonda. And that's just how it went. That's how it went. Choose who you're gonna bully wisely. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you gotta deal with their family members, it might not be the best choice. It might not be the best move. So next time you out there, sometimes you get the chance for a little payback. A little payback as simple as not giving a kid a fork. We take what we can get, okay? I didn't involve myself. I didn't say nothing to her like, hey, I heard you bullying my kid. Hey, da-da-da-da. Nope. Nope. Just did a little lunchtime warfare. A little, what do they call it? Utensil. A little utensil warfare, okay? This kid had to eat with her hands for like a week. Teach you to mess with my son. But yeah, I just think that, my son had to learn to toughen up a little bit. She had to learn to eat with her hands without a napkin. And my daughter had to learn to walk away because we can't handle everything with violence. But seriously, recently I'm talking to my therapist and she's cracking up. We have a good time. Maybe she's faking it. I don't know. But she's dying laughing. And she just looked at me like, Nicole, you missed your calling as a comedian. And I was like, girl, that's the trauma. That's the bullying. That's all the stuff. So you know what? Don't overcorrect too many bullies. Don't overdo it because who knows? Maybe it's going to be the thing that makes people love their personality 20 years down the road. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, I hope you all had a good time hanging out with me today. Thanks for helping my energy hop up and go down memory lane with me because my goodness, I just think we call too many things bullying, and we could really, like, I was at the beach the other day and there were these people carrying like full-blown cameras and like tripods out into the sandbar. And then they were doing like TikTok dances. And like, I got nothing against it. Like, you do you. I am in a season of my life where I am like, you know what? We are going to be unashamed, unhinged, and crazy and do what we want. Just whatever makes us happy. So maybe that's what makes those people happy. Good for you. But also, like, I would have never. Like, people would have made fun of us. When I was young and you were to put out a full tripod at the beach and start a full-blown dance, someone would have made fun of you. There's no way around it. And if you could survive the roasting of your life and being known as the person who brought a tripod to the beach, like, then, you know what, you earned it. Go, get it. You are the dancing queen of the beach. Good for you. But I just feel like not enough people have walked through the roasting to have the confidence they have. They just be out here with the confidence of a million stars. And it ain't that fire. It ain't that amazing. Like, what are you doing? Has no one ever made fun of you in your whole life? It's wild out here. It's wild. So, thanks for listening to my rant today about bullying. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think that we undercorrected my daughter throwing hands? Like, what are the thoughts? Do you agree that, like, people really... The pendulum, guys, it swings too far. We overcorrect, then we undercorrect. What happened to middle? Like, what happened to the middle ground? What happened to a little gray area? Also, growing up, I know I've talked about this before, like, Italian, like, people make fun of you. Like, in a big family, everyone's laughing, joking, roasting each other. We gotta toughen up, guys. We gotta toughen up. And some of us need to be brought down a couple rungs. Like, just a couple. Like, I just want you to think twice before you do some of the stuff you do, because you be looking crazy out here. Thanks, guys. It's been awkwardly yours. Bye.